Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, Father of the Ras Tafari consciousness, thus I and I movement, I and I way of life, not a religion. The inspiration for this little reasoning came about from a post of a brethren of mine on Facebook. The quote, and God said, let us create man in our image and likeness. And I sit down and think upon it for a while and realize that man, in his quest to prove that there is no God, has confounded himself. God, just like the royalty uses today, speaks of we, just like you or I would get up in the morning and say, you know what, I think we're going to do good today, when simply referring to yourself. So this supreme power, this supreme unfathomable, because that is what God is, an unfathomable power, decides we are going to create man in our image and likeness. He also created woman too. Unfortunately, a lot of these things were promoted by patriarchal society, and it seems as though the woman just appear, as they say, from the rib of man. God in itself is a power, genderless power, but manifests him and herself in the powers and genders of man and woman. Just like we have dominion over the things in our world, which of course we are abusing currently. He doesn't abuse, he uses his power to create. And life in itself is a cycle. So man will return to that original conscience, that original consciousness. It will take some time, but more and more people are seeking. It is also known that not all those who have eyes can and shall see, which is also a part of the sad truth of life. It's like one of those realities where none of us wants our parent to die. A sad reality is it is part of this cycle of life, this continuous cycle of life. So when I cite Ras Tafari and I give thanks for the coming of the representation of Jesus the Christ, because Jesus the Christ is just a patriarchal, again, example of the ideal life for mankind to live. There are also in the Bible, which was mangled by many, references of females who've manifested the Christ-like being. So when these so-called Christians jump up and say they are waiting for the coming of Christ, it simply means they are empty shells still waiting to be inspired, because for a spirit to make itself manifest, it has to take on flesh. So if you are a true Christian and you're living the Christ-like life, you should not be ashamed to say that you are a manifestation of the Christ as a true Christian. That is where Rastafari bridged the gap, because Rastafari, His Imperial Majesty, came and lived an exemplary life where the world, all kings of the earth, all kingdoms of the earth went or sent representative, thereby paying homage, thereby bowing and honoring the crown of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I as King of Kings, Lord of Lords, conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, therefore giving him the power of the highest among men. And as Rastafari, we have seen this consciousness and realized that through his way of life, the world thought it fit. All the kings of the earth, in spite of their achievements and accomplishments, saw it fit to bow and pay tribute to the crown of Haile Selassie I, making him the highest amongst men. And from this we have gathered that this is the way of life that man should live, because ultimately we are all gods and manifestations of God. We were made in his image and likeness. The things we see around us, the light, the moon, the star, we are the ones who have the impact, control, and dominion over it, because we are his manifestation. Nikola Tesla had the capability to create earthquakes in a lab. It therefore shows that the power of God is within us, for we are his manifestation and her manifestation. So seek nothing outside of yourself. The only way you will not be able to see this or understand this or know this, and it is also known sadly that there are those who won't, simply means that you are not of the creation consciousness, but of the opposite consciousness. Greetings in Ras Tafari's name, and I give thee blessings. And it does take a little bit of inspiration to come and do these videos, but also it would be nothing but vanity if they weren't appreciated love. So, if you see it, you like it, click a like, share it, and some feedback is always good, whether negative or positive. As an agriculturist, one thing I've learned that plants use poop and make food, and we don't taste poop in the food. So I could take negative criticism too and sort out the valid aspects of the poop. Bless it up.